We're live.
Hello and welcome to our channel, Currency. Where currency is our currency. Please subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification button so you'll know whenever we post a video.
In the future, too.
In the future, right? It's all about the future. I am Jamal Albay, and
I'm Angel Bay. We're your hostesses for this show. All right, so we have our astrologer.
Yes,
that part. Yes, resident.
Odin Constellations. Please give us the download for this week. Let us know about the portal 1111, which is open it's open every year. 1111 is the portal. It's open for instance, set your intentions and all that. But this year is very special.
Oh, hold on. Why are you kind of breaking up here?
Can you hear?
How to, Mama? You froze on me.
Oh, I'm so sorry. No, I said please give the download from the portal that was open on 11/11, and I was asking you if this portal was open every year. It is open every year, I believe, but this
it is
very special. So please tell us about it.
Yep. So yeah, first and foremost, 11/11 for me is very important because when you're dealing with 11/11, when you first come into your awakening phase, is one of the first things that you experience. You look on the clock and you see 11, and that's one of the first things that I experience. And I'm not too familiar with numerology, but I do know that 11 represents growth and awakening. And then the number 1 within the 11 represents new beginnings and fresh starts. So when we look at, like for instance, in astrology, Aries is the first zodiac sign and it's cardinal energy, right? It's that number 1, the first. So cardinal signs represent starting something fresh. So if we look at 11/11, it's very symbolic because it looks like 2 gateways that you could pass through. When you see both those 11s, they look like gates. So that is when the veil is very thin, when we have the opportunity to manifest, to set intentions, for a new beginning, to start fresh. So with this year, even though we have 11/11 every year, this year is very significant because we got a lot of energies that we can work with, So for instance, we got Jupiter and Pluto conjunct starting today. And yesterday was the 11/11 Pluto. Now, Jupiter and Pluto, this is the 3rd Jupiter and Pluto conjunct this year. The last video we did, I told you guys that the first one was in April. And then the second conjunction between Jupiter and Pluto was in, I believe, June 30th. So being that this is the last one, and this is the one that's going to close out the year, it's going to carry our energy into 2021, right? And when you look at Jupiter and Pluto, it basically represents intense effort and good luck because Jupiter is optimism and Jupiter is expansion and Pluto is intensity. And then also we have Mars stationing direct tomorrow. So during that 11/11 portal, when we sat in solitude, it was the perfect time to really initiate something, to really set that intention, to put out that energy. Because remember, we're traveling through the underworld right now. Because what season are we in? We're in Scorpio season. So we're still going through this transformation. So on every year, 11/11 should be our spiritual holiday. Right. So it's that day where we take the time. Like yesterday, I sat in solitude. I didn't really use my phone yesterday. I meditated. And then the funny thing is yesterday was raining. Now, usually when it rains, me personally, I feel very connected to the earth.
Cleansing, the washing of everything.
Right. That's just me. Like I feel when it rains, I don't know why. I just love the rain. A lot of people say, I don't like the rain. When I'm at work, people say, oh, it's raining, I'm tired. Me, I'm not tired. I feel more connected. I feel like it brings a grounding energy. And I just feel more connected to the earth. You know, even went outside and I walked my dog yesterday, and I was just looking at all the trees, and then, you know, the colors on the trees, and I was vibrating with them. And then, being that it was 11/11 and it was raining, I felt more in tune.
Yeah.
And I remember when I picked up a book, I was reading one of my astrology books, and you know how when you read, sometimes things go over your head,
Yeah.
and then you have to go back to look at it. I noticed that when I was reading, I was receiving the information much more clearer. So I didn't have to struggle to understand anything, because I realized that was the veil being so thin during 11/11, right? And then, being that we're in Scorpio season with this 11/11, we have a Scorpio new moon coming up. So this new intention that you're putting into this 11/11 gateway, that same energy you should be putting into this new moon. Because what is a new moon? A new moon is fresh starts, new beginnings, the same way with this 11/11 energy. So it goes hand in hand. So this makes this extra potent for us. And then we have Mars, you know, like I said, it's stationing. So right now we're getting ready to feel the energy of initiation. Even within myself, I feel a little bit more, you know, I have to tell myself to calm down a little bit when when I'm talking to people, because I can feel that energy beginning to build up, because it's just like Mars. When Mars is retrograde, Mars is just slowing down. It's an optical illusion from the earth. You know, from the earth, it looks like Mars is moving backwards, but it's not. It's just an optical illusion. What it is Mars slowing down. So when it goes direct, Mars begins to pick up speed. So within us, we feel that energy beginning to come up. And that's why I said around this time, we may start to see things with the world, you know, may get a little chaotic. You may even see protests. There might be, in that we have a Scorpio new moon also. And you know, the veil is very thin with this 11/11. So we're going to see some secret information popping out. Especially have to do with this election thing that's going on, as you see right now. Everything with Trump and Biden. So yeah, it's a thin veil, but you know, and number one and 11 represents the spiritual magician. So with this 11/11 gateway, we need to tap into our own spiritual magician. Meaning that, what does a magician do? Magician is like an alchemist, right? So a magician manifests something out of nothing. And one of the Hermetic principles teaches us that our thoughts create things. So with this gateway, our thoughts are very important. So we need to ground our thoughts, and we need to tune in, and we need to be able to put out that right energy that's going to bring us the abundance that we're looking for. And this is going to carry us into 2021. You know, it's going to be intense this month. It's going to lighten up as we get into December. And also be aware also with this Jupiter-Pluto conjunction, you're going to start to see an uprise in the coronavirus numbers. Because remember, in the last the video that we did, we had the lockdown in April. And when Jupiter and Pluto was conjunct, then we saw the numbers going up high, because Pluto deals with death, rebirth. It also deals with things, viruses, diseases, you know. And remember, Jupiter expands everything it touches. And the only reason why everything didn't fall apart was because of Jupiter. Being that Jupiter is such a positive planet and represents abundance and optimistic energy, Jupiter is the planet that's actually holding everything together with this Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter connection. If we didn't have Jupiter in Capricorn with Saturn and Pluto, we probably would have saw a lot of tumbling down this year. Jupiter is like holding everything together, because it gives us that optimistic approach to life. It still gives us hope, you know. It lets us feel our hopes and exchange our beliefs, you know, change our belief systems. And I found this very funny that I think Jemiah, you have Jupiter in your third house of communication, and Angel, you have Jupiter in your second house of values. And I remember earlier she was telling me how you two did a practice run, and it came out
Yeah.
so good that you decided to release it. That
Mhm.
right there, in my mind, was a manifestation of Jupiter and Pluto, because Jupiter was that optimistic approach, right? And
Mhm.
Pluto is our desires, you know, spirituality and intense effort. So, and remember, Jupiter is also good luck. So being that you guys sat there, you did a video, you know, you was practicing, but that good luck and abundance from Jupiter was sitting there. So when you watched the video, it was so good. And you was like, you know what? Optimistic, put that shit
We
out
might
right
as
now.
well.
Put that shit out. Like the energy was working. It was perfect. So yeah,
Yeah, all of
this is
that.
very important. It's very important time. And we need to look at this as our spiritual holiday every single year.
Yeah.
And you know, and it's so interesting that you say that, because you're studying astrology. And what I was saying to Angel is that a lot of these things, it's in our DNA. It's deeply embedded in our DNA. And the more that we become aware of things, or we become more open, it's like we unlock the DNA. So the things that you spoke of, like, I just know that innately. Like, I know that 11/11, when you said 11/11, these numbers that you see all the time, I've been seeing 11/11 for like the past 3 years, since about the time I came into the knowledge. I mean, I see it everywhere. 11/11, 111, 555, 333, 444, always seeing these numbers. 222. Well, 222, seeing them all over the place. So I started to like look up, like, what does this mean? I see 11/11 all day long. It's on everything.
Yep, same here.
Do you see your birthday in the clock though? I always see my birthday 5/24. I always see that. AM and PM. Do you see that?
Birthday.
Not really.
I
Like
do.
right now it's 9/29. That's, you know, if you reduce, if that's actually 9/11, because remember the last two numbers, 9 plus 2 is 11.
Right.
So when you see numbers like that add to 11, I take those also as signs as well.
Well, what was I trying to say? Oh, but this is kind of what we were talking about earlier. And I knew that 11/11, that this portal was open, just like the Lionsgate portal that opens on 8/8. So I have a question. Do these portals open, like, is there a portal that opens on 9/9? Like,
there's 999 portal.
Okay.
You know, I'm not too familiar with numerology, but those are portals.
Okay.
Like 888, 444, you know?
Right. And so and the thing about it is that what I was telling Angel, Veterans Day is 11/11. And so going back to these holidays that we don't celebrate this and we don't celebrate that, these things are not for naught. I mean, they put the holidays on these days for them to remember what they should be doing, and it is going over our head. But I knew I did exactly that. I set my intention for love, peace, truth, freedom, and justice, for abundance, to be able to continue to be in service to people. And could you stop kicking my leg?
Aww.
The smallest thing can just throw me off the track. You know, I'm not young like you.
I can like a hole at the bottom.
Okay.
And drink from.
Yes, you can. Experiment. Chris has to go, but I just, I don't know. I totally forgot what I was going to say.
14 minutes.
Okay. Forgot what I was going to say, but Jupiter, is that the love planet? Like, I just feel so much.
They're saying something
Love.
about love.
Well, it's the planet. It represents abundance. Put it like that.
Okay.
Abundance.
Okay.
They always think something
Okay.
about
I felt it.
And also higher learning. You know, higher knowledge. And then esoterically, it represents pulling downloads from the higher realms. Like Gemini for instance, Gemini represents the lower mind. Esoterically, it's the lower mind. Sagittarius, the opposite of Gemini, which is ruled by Jupiter, represents the higher mind.
Okay.
So the higher realms of things. That's the difference between those two.
Okay.
Interesting.
It
But
sounds like what we were talking about earlier. That's great.
but thank you very much for your time.
Always.
And
How can people get in contact with you, Chris, our resident
So
astrologer?
right now, the way you could get in contact with me right now is you can catch me on Instagram at Odin Constellation right there at the bottom of the screen. Or you can hit my Yahoo at odinhealer@yahoo.com. odinhealer@yahoo.com. Those are
Yes,
the
I have
two
to add
ways you
that.
can contact me.
Okay. All right. Well, we thank you so much for your time. We know that you're very busy. You gotta, look at the
Yeah,
stars.
I wish I could have stayed longer, but today was like, I got caught up in something else.
We appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
But I still got to make time for y'all in some way,
Thank
We
you.
love that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, and yes.
All
My
right.
Mercury ruled leaders here, Gemini and Virgo.
All of that. Yes.
That's why we're the resident astrologer.
Yes.
All of that. Yes.
And my
yes.
Jupiter is actually in Virgo. That's why I'm able to because Jupiter is the teacher. That's why I'm able to take astrology and break it down in such detail to where you can understand it.
And you do.
Yeah.
That's my Jupiter in Virgo, conjunct my moon.
You
Thank
see
you.
that?
Thank
We
you. Thank
always
you.
moving according to the stars. So
Yeah.
thank you so much, Chris. We'll definitely see you on here next week because you are the resident astrologer.
Ashe. Yes.
Peace,
Yes.
peace, Islam.
Islam.
Right. Islam. Peace.
Yes.
Peace. All right.
Peace.
Oh, so
Okay. Yes.
yes. Well, this is
16 minutes.
this is all right. This is all right. Yes. Well, we definitely wanted to come on and something because we said we would. It's just so funny how a lot is the best of planners. We had a few guests lined up, and
one.
things happened. They weren't able to make it. They're actually going to come on next week. But being women of our word, we said we were coming on tonight at 9 o'clock.
And the best thing about
and we came on. We came.
Yes.
And we gave you something for your mind. So 11:11, that portal that was open. Oh, you know what I meant to ask Chris? I forgot.
Oh,
See, the portal opens, but it has a time that it closes. So like the Lionsgate portal, it opens 8:08 and then it closes on I think it's the 8:11. So I wanted to ask him if this portal is still open, which I think he kind of.
I think it is. I think it closes like the 15th. I think.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Open. Yes. So still be contemplative. Be quiet. Manifest things. What I was talking about earlier. I always tell you what I always say. I'm like, I do magic. I really do magic. We can all do magic.
Yeah.
This is our time. So get into the magic, the mystical magic inside of you, and do magic and make things happen and manifest amazing things for yourself. He's really tired.
I'm not tired.
You are tired. No one ever wants to admit that they're tired, but that's what you're doing right now is so distracting to me, but I love you so much.
And the best thing about being a woman is taking care of your son.
Okay. I you know what? I don't disagree. That's what the mothers do. The mothers take care of the sons. So,
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So anyway, thank you. Thank you. And
Thank you.
Anything to say? I mean, I talk.
Who, me? Oh my goodness. Well, I just, I came home after running my errands, when I sat down in front of my computer and I started putting the pieces of my book together. That's what I was doing.
Awesome.
So yes, that part, I've been doing that. So, that's the intentions and business, self-stardom and, entrepreneurship, all of that. That's what, I've been doing. Oh, hold on, people. We got a viewer and a comment.
A comment.
Oh, is my homie Q? She's watching and viewing.
Who's watching?
Hi. Yes.
Hello. Who is it?
Hello.
I did not know this. This is awesome.
Hello.
Okay. So thank you for watching our live cast. That's what's up.
Thank you. This is going to be a short show. Check out the show that we did earlier, just
Yes.
for you, because we did it just for you. That was the practice show that Chris was talking about. That was so it came out so good. We just
Oh,
decided.
it was beautiful. It was, spontaneous, and we just had a conversation between the two of us that was captured on, a record. And sometimes that's just the best way of doing things, candid conversation. And we said a lot of things that was like, you know what, this needs to be put out there. Let's go.
We did, and it was just for you. And this here is, children, stop distracting your parents. He wants to say something. What would you like to say?
So about my room, I got the universe on my ceiling.
You do. He does. He has. So we're talking about the planet, and
I got the universe and animals.
On his ceiling, since he was
and some on my walls.
We have actually all the ceilings in the bedrooms have a galaxy. So when you turn off the lights, it's like we're just under the stars. But in his room, I have planets hanging and they glow. And
I want stars and the planets.
You do have stars and planets.
No, I want like that stars in my room.
Okay, but son, can I finish up this this podcast?
21 minutes.
Yeah, so we're trying to end it, and you are distracting me, and I love you so much, but I would like to tell everybody thank you so much for watching.
Bye.
Please subscribe to the channel. Please comment if you have something to say, like if you like it, and hit the notification button.
Oh, you know what I want to say about the astrology reading that we had today. Let us know how that impacts you. Tell us your story. Feel free to put that in the comments so we can talk about it maybe in the next show about how these are edifying you and helping you in your journey. Thank you. I appreciate it.
That's really a great idea. You know what? If you put in, maybe if you put in your information as your birthday, maybe we'll have Odin pick one of you and do a reading. How about that? That part. Yes. The birthday and the time. So if you put your birthday and the time of birth in the comment section below, we will pick one and have Odin do a reading. Yes, and not to forget to mention that he does do, readings for various fees, and it's every worth of value, to support him and his journey, because it is a skill and a craft, and you will definitely benefit from it in a deeper way than just, on the show in a small period of time. He really goes in deep when he does do his readings. It's really beneficial. You will learn so much about yourself. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Well worth every cent spent. Well worth currency, because currencies are currency, and we all need to know how to use our currency better. Don't waste your currency. There's a finite amount of it on the earth. Can't be created and cannot be destroyed. So conserve your currency, especially now this portal is open. Get to manifesting, get to doing your magic, and and don't waste your currency. Yes. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah. Until next Thursday. Until next time. You know where to find us. Like and subscribe. And don't forget to share the info. Peace and love, everybody. Peace and love. Bye-bye.